Welcome back to the Bobby King Iraqi Dinar news channel with your host, Bobby King, reporting live from Iraq. Today, we have important news coming from Baghdad. The Central Bank of Iraq has officially stated that pilgrims can now convert Iraqi dinars into US dollars at selected banks and exchange companies throughout Baghdad and other provinces. Yes, you heard accurately. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and support my efforts in providing ground-level insights into the dinar market. In a recent announcement that has surprised currency analysts yet generated cautious optimism, the Central Bank of Iraq has made a significant decision, allowing Iraqi pilgrims to directly access US dollars from specific banks and exchange outlets in Baghdad and surrounding areas. At first glance, this may appear to be a minor operational update for travelers, but it carries broader implications for Iraq's currency policy, hinting at a reassessment of the intended de-dollarization strategy. A tactical shift or strategic adjustment? A few months back, Iraq was in the news for its pivot away from the US dollar. Reports suggested bilateral oil deals in alternative currencies, coupled with more stringent dollar flow regulations. The narrative was evident. Iraq sought to diminish its dependence on the dollar. However, the official endorsement for dollar access, specifically for citizens embarking on religious journeys, marks a notable change in direction. The central bank's announcement may lack ceremony, but its consequences are significant. By identifying the banks and exchange services authorized to sell US dollars for Iraqi dinars, the state acknowledges a crucial reality: the dollar is likely here to stay. This action reestablishes the dollar as not merely a trade instrument but also a stabilizing element amidst economic uncertainties. Dollars and dinars coexisting rather than competing. It is important to clarify that this does not mean an impending revaluation or revival of the Iraqi dinar, two concepts that often circulate as speculation within currency discussions. Instead, it signifies movement. The Central Bank of Iraq seems to recognize, albeit reluctantly, that both the dinar and the dollar will coexist fruitfully. And perhaps, this is not entirely unwelcome news. The financial framework in Iraq remains under reconstruction. Years of conflict, sanctions, and political turmoil have deeply affected its monetary system. The country lacks the robust capital markets, trust, and foreign reserves required to manage its currency independently without significant volatility. In this context, providing pilgrims, one of the most respected groups in Iraqi society, legal access to US dollars could serve as a strategic pressure release. It alleviates black market demand, offers reassurance, and gives the dinar necessary room for growth without disrupting established exchange operations. Pilgrims as a policy tool. Why focus on pilgrims? The logic is sound. It is challenging to criticize the central bank for straying from the de-dollarization agenda when the focus is on facilitating religious journeys, widely viewed as honorable and neutral. These transactions aren't about luxury travel or capital migration, they're about cultural legacy and spiritual commitment. In Iraq, religious observance enjoys significant social legitimacy. However, this sets a noteworthy precedent. If the dollar can be made legally accessible for religious activities, why not for education? Or healthcare? Or business? Gradually, policy exceptions may evolve into sustainable frameworks. Once normalized, they can be difficult to reverse. Between anxiety and hope for those heavily invested, financially, emotionally, or ideologically, in the future of the Iraqi dinar, this news may seem like a mixed blessing. On one side, it diminishes immediate hopes for a dramatic dinar revaluation that would elevate Iraq's currency to dollar parity. On the other side, it suggests something more achievable: a functional, semi-stable exchange environment where both currencies can perform complementary roles. This also highlights a reality that often goes unrecognized: pragmatism. The central bank's action acknowledges real-world conditions. It understands that Iraqi citizens maintain considerable trust in the US dollar, and the grip of the black market on currency exchange must be eased. Rather than fighting an unwinnable battle with rigid policy, the state is adapting, a flexibility that may yield dividends in long-term credibility. Looking forward, not a transformation, but a strategy. So, what does this imply for the average Iraqi? For now, it simply means less hassle in preparing for pilgrimages, reducing interactions with black market traders, and possibly, a more transparent and accessible currency exchange platform over time. For international observers, this indicates a shift from dreaming of swift revaluations to anticipating gradual yet significant reforms. This isn't the dramatic currency overhaul some may have envisioned. However, it is progress, and in Iraq's unpredictable economic environment, that holds importance. Should Iraq continue on this path, the dinar may eventually gain strength, not by displacing the dollar, but through proving its capacity to operate alongside it effectively. To conclude, I encourage all my viewers to remain positive and patient, as patience is crucial for success. Please subscribe to my channel and lend your support. Wishing you all a wonderful day.